Well, we've got frigid temperatures on the way, as Betsy says, legit cold temperatures.
Yes.
When Betsy says that, I'm like, oh, this is serious. And it's very important that we all take the threat of this cold weather very seriously, because it can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's winter in Northeast Ohio, and we know that. But this goes beyond typical winter, and these temperatures are going to be downright dangerous. So we bring in senior health correspondent Monica Robbins to tell us a little bit more about this big misconception that people always have.
Okay, full disclosure, I sit next to her. So she gives me the heads up, Monica, you need to seriously shake people and tell them, you know, we need to take this seriously.
It's cold.
Because, yes, it is. And I know many of you are saying, we live in Northeast Ohio. We know how to handle cold weather. Yeah, sure we do. But we haven't seen temps like these, like what's coming next week, in quite some time. And a warning, some of the video I'm going to show you is graphic because I'm going to show you frostbite. Now, we are getting far below zero when you factor in the wind chill. So get your layers on, especially if you're planning spending any time outdoors, even walking to the bus stop. Something as simple as a short walk around the block can be dangerous and even long enough to cause frostbite if you are not properly covered. And pockets aren't enough.
There's a common misconception that just putting your hands in your pockets, for example, in your jeans or your coat, is going to be enough to keep your hands warm when you're outside, especially in those very cold temperatures. But it's important to know that it's not enough. And so it's really important to wear gloves, especially thick gloves, and once again, make sure that they're not wet. But keeping your hands just in your pocket of your jeans or your coat really doesn't give them too much protection, and you can still very easily develop a frostbite injury in those situations.
Yeah, Akron Children's has already had 5 frostbite cases come in. Older folks, little ones, most at risk because of thinner skin. Those with chronic conditions such as diabetes and heart disease because of those circulation issues. And if you have to be outside, you know, these hand or foot warmers or electric gloves, if you can get your hands on them, are really helpful. And coming up at 6, at what point do you need to seek medical attention for a potential frostbite injury? The answer may actually surprise you, but what the good news is there's actually something they can do to treat it before the damage gets any worse, but you gotta get there on time.
All right, very good. Blowing into your hands doesn't really help much either.
Do not rub your hands together.
Yeah.
You know, that can cause more tissue damage. No, don't do that.
Okay.
Here's the other thing to consider. If you commute to work and you're driving, always go with the worst case scenario. I'm gonna get a flat tire. What if I get in an accident? What if I get straight? Because you could be exposed to the elements. I get caught all the time with just running to the garage and running to the car on a light jacket because I know I'm gonna get to work and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you gotta prepare for the worst.
Or yeah, that's what some of the frostbite cases they had. People were sitting in their cars on the side of the road, or worse, they fell asleep in their car, and something simple as that can lead to a severe frostbite case. So
Monica with the intel.
nothing to mess around with, folks.
Thanks, Mon.
Sure.